Join me today. I have 2 easy, fun ways to create white die-cut flowers. Hello, it's Therese, and I've got another fun idea to share with you today using some layering die-cut flowers from Altenew. Today I've got the crafter flower. This is a Japanese anemone, and this has 4 flowers in the set. So they have the keyhole system, so it makes them really easy to use. And as far as layering flowers go, these ones are really simple. There's only either 2 or 3 layers to the petals, and then there's just a couple of centers. And I'll show you how to change those centers out a little bit later on. First, I'm going to share a couple of tips with you. I like to do white die cutting often because using white cardstock, I can come along and color it however I want. But I was asked recently how to create white flowers. So I thought I'd share a really simple way with you today, and then I'm going to step it up a notch. So the way that I'm going to give these white die cut flowers some depth is to add some ink blending. Now, I wanted to keep this really simple and easy so that anyone can do it. I have got some pigment ink here, which can be a bit scary. It's easy to add too much ink if you're not careful. That's why I'm tapping it very lightly onto the ink pad and getting rid of some of the excess onto some paper towel before I blend it. And I'm just blending it really to the center of the petals. This is just going to give that illusion of depth to these white flowers. Now, it is hard to tell, but I am only blending on the ink cardstock very, very lightly. It's easier to come back and add more depth or more color if you need to. If you push too hard, you kind of can't take it back again. But you could always just die cut another flower. Another way that you could do this is to add some like an alcohol marker, like a light grey artist marker to the center of the flower, and that would also give it some depth, or even a color if you prefer. Another thing that I like to do is to add some dimension to the petals themselves, and I'm just using the micro blending tool as a way to roll the petals. You could use a pen, you could even just manipulate the cardstock in your hands just to add that little dimension. Now, as I mentioned before, these flowers have that keyhole system, which makes them very easy to line up. Because there are 4 flowers, there are 4 different keyholes. But if you're not exactly sure, there is some instructions on the back of the packaging. There are also a couple of layers to add center to the flowers, and I thought I'd change it up a little bit here. Because, like I said, I like to cut everything out of one color cardstock. It makes the process much quicker. So instead of cutting these die cuts from the center of the flowers out of some colored cardstock, which you certainly could, I decided to add the artist marker to add color to them. I chose a simple pale green color here, and then I could make the center of the flower. And I didn't go for black. I thought it would be too stark, so it's actually a really dark grey. You may also notice that there's a little tiny centerpiece for these flowers, and that's just a guide to let you know how to line up the center of the flowers. This keyhole system has made layering flowers so easy. I do like to use a liquid glue when I'm adhering my flowers together. Because there's only such a small portion of the glue touching, where the flowers and the petals join and the center of the flowers join, having a nice strong glue, like a liquid glue to hold it together, I know it's not going to fall apart. And here's another fun idea. I've got one of the Altenew olive envelopes, and these are a very sturdy envelope, and they have so many different colors, and they're really, really pretty. And I thought it'd be fun to use a portion of the envelope to create a panel on the front of my card. So I adhered that down with some glue tape. I'm adding some liquid glue again to the flowers just to make sure they're not going to go anywhere. And then I add added some white die cut leaves, and these are from the Just Leaves set. You could use any leaves that you had. I just didn't want to use the leaves that came with the set on this one. I wanted there to be a lot of white. I think it almost looks like these leaves give it a lacy background. And so that the sentiment stands out, I did do a white heat embossed sentiment. It's from the Blushing Magnolias set, and it has a coordinating die, so I think that worked really well. I actually used the same sentiment on both cards today. All right, we're going to step it up a notch now. This time I'm going to make another white flower, but I'm going to be adding a stamped pattern onto the petals. I want to have a real modern and bold kind of look, so I've got the Gradient Stripes stamp set, and I am using a stamp positioning tool here, the stamp wheel, because large stamps like this are notorious for not stamping properly the first time, so it just gives me the ability to re-stamp and make sure I get a good impression. Now I want to only use one of the flowers this time, and I'm going to cut it twice, but I'm going to make it look different, and I'll show you how in a moment. I die cut from my stamped background, and I could have joined it all up. To me it looked a bit too busy, so to work out the style or the look that I wanted, I just literally just moved the flower petals around until I was happy with how many stripes I had on each flower. And I did want to share with you that you don't have to use the exact centers of the flowers that are intended for the specific flower. So I basically cut the same flower twice but used two different centers. I wanted to add some dimension to the background, so I have run the Window Slats 3D embossing folder through with some A2 cardstock. This is the 80-pound Nina. And because of the dimension of the embossing folder, I adhered it using the 1-inch wide tape. I thought that was going to give it a nice strong hold. I created a simple layout using just the two flowers here. I really like how the pink center looks, and it does give a real kind of modern, bold look with the black and white together. So I thought I might as well bring in some black leaves and also some of the black stems that are in the set. It's a great set, like there's 4 different flowers, but they're quite large and a little bit filling for one card, although I have made a card using all 4 flowers on the one card. I added one of the enamel dot hearts, and I think that gave the pink colours that visual triangle and helped balance out the design. So here's my modern, bold, black and white striped style flower. And my first card, which has the really easy basic shading using the black ink. Let me know in the comments below which card is your favourite and if you're going to give one of these techniques a try. If you liked today's video, please click on the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. I've got a couple more videos here for you to enjoy. I look forward to seeing you there. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.